Greetings, everyone. My name is Zakia Uzoma Wadada, and it is my pleasure once again to say welcome and to remind you again that it is November, which means that we are in African History Month here in Trinidad and Tobago. And as we have been doing for the last 2 weeks, we have been bringing you the 2021 Virtual African History Quiz for secondary schools, which is brought to you by the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, and through the generosity of the Republic Bank Limited as part of its Power to Make a Difference program. The objectives of the competition are to increase knowledge, understanding, appreciation, and pride for our nation's African heritage, to encourage cooperation, conflict resolution, and leadership among the young persons who work together as teams in order to prepare for participation in this competition. And we also aim to inform of the contribution of Africans to world development at the national, regional, and international levels. Today, we are at the final stage of the competition. Today, we will decide who will take home the Olabisi Kuboni Challenge Trophy, which school will win the grand prize of $10,000 and also the Tracy Wilson Memorial Award of Excellence, which students would receive the laptops, which ones of them would receive phones, who would receive tablets, who would receive the funds that are going to be placed into a Right Start account by the Republic Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. All of our students today are going to be going home with prizes. And therefore, we congratulate all the 4 schools who are here with us today, and we wish everyone the best. So join us today on the TTT, on the ESCTT Facebook page and its YouTube page. Let's now meet the 2 teams that will be playing the first game for today. So our 2 schools for today are Naparima Girls High School and Sawa South Secondary School. And I'm now going to invite the captain of Naparima Girls High School's Shuja to introduce herself and her team.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Janice Fair, and I am the captain of NGHS Shuja, which means NGHS Warriors from the Swahili language. Today, I am very excited because our team have been through a lot, and we are happy to be here today. I wish everyone good luck. May the best team win. Now, I will let my team introduce themselves.
Good morning. My name is Kelly Maharaj. I'm from NGHS Suja, and I'm happy to be here today. I'd like to wish best of luck to the other team as well as my teammates.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abia Jahur, and I'm here from the NGHS Shuja. I'm very excited to be here, a little nervous, but looking forward to all the fun. And I would just like to wish good luck to both teams.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Daniel Maharaj from NGHS Shuja. I'd like to wish both teams great luck, and I'm very excited to be here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Miraj. I'm from NGHS Shuja. I'm a little excited. I'm a little nervous, but I hope that everybody does well. Good luck to both teams. Thank you.
Thank you to the Naparima Girls High School Shujas. And we now welcome the captain of Sawa South Secondary School Warriors to introduce himself and his team.
Good morning once again, everyone. My name is Delani Nikes. I'm the captain of the San Juan South Warriors team. I'd like to wish both teams best of luck. And as Miss Nenzinger said, we're all winners here today. We're just battling for prizes. Best of luck.
Morning, everyone. My name is Jada Lara. I am part of the Summer South Warriors. I wish both teams good luck.
Hi, good morning. My name is Janaya Charles, and I'm part of the Salmon Salt Warriors, and I wish both teams good luck.
Hi, good morning. My name is Amanda Garcia, and I am representing the South Warriors, and I wish both teams the best of luck.
Hi, my name is Anil Sitan, and I'm representing San Juan South Warriors. And I'd like to thank the sentiments of good luck from both teams, as well as from teammates, and as well as from Naprima Girls, Shuja Warriors. And thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, thank you to our beautiful children. You know, we really must admire the grace with which they introduce themselves and also embrace each other as they prepare to battle, you know. So we are now going to introduce our judges for today. They have been with us since the preliminary round of the competition, and we thank them for their continued support over the years. So our first judge is our Director of Education and Research, Dr. Claudius Fergus, and then we have Ms. Wendy McKenzie, a history school teacher, I should say, at the Queen's Royal College. So we welcome
Good
our
morning,
judges.
and congratulations to the 4 schools for reaching the finals. It's been a long run, and we look forward to keen competition this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Fergus. And we now have our second judge, Ms. Wendy McKenzie.
A very good morning to the 4 teams. I want to wish all of y'all good success. Focus, relax, and all that you have studied will come back to your memory. Have a great game.
Thank you, Ms. McKenzie. So as you know, we are playing tic-tac-toe. And therefore, the students are not only answering questions, but they are also trying to get tic-tac-toe on the board. The captain of each team will select a number on the board. When the question comes up, whoever in the team knows the answer will respond. They would have 10 seconds to read the question and 10 seconds to answer. They must begin their response within the 10 seconds verbally if they are to be given an opportunity to complete the same answer that they would have begun during the 10 seconds. Once a team gets tic-tac-toe, 50 points would be added onto their score. At this point, I say, let's play tic-tac-toe, and let us see which of our teams will be the X team today, which means that they would start. Yes, so Naparima Girls High School is our X team, so they would be the first to select on the board. And then we have Sour South Secondary School, our O team. Last one. Yes, so Naparima Girls High School, you have the opportunity to select first.
Number 1.
Which of the following steel orchestras won the National Panorama Competition 4 times during the period 2010 to 2020? And Sarah has a hand up.
B, Trinidad All-Stars.
Trinidad All-Stars, B is her response.
Yahoo!
Yes, and she's correct. So 10 points on the board for Naparima Girls High School. We move on to Sour South, and it's your turn to select.
Miss number 7.
Number 7. Which of the following is one of the calypsos that the Mighty Duke sang when he won the National Calypso King title in 1968? Yes, Anil?
Amos.
Okay.
Oh no!
Sang in that year. What is calypso? Sorry, Anil. So you go back to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 7.
Number 7. Name the African scientist who is the first person to successfully cure cancer using nanoparticles. In which country was she born?
It was Dr. Hadia Nicole Green, and she was born in St. Louis, Missouri, United States of America.
She's correct. Yes, she is. Thank you, Nicole. Another 10 points for Naparima. And we go back now to Sour South Secondary School. Your turn to select.
Miss number 4.
And thank you, Delani. Number 4. What was the role of the 40,000 bowmen within the ancient empire of Ghana? Yes?
To discourage invaders and keep internal peace.
Yes, they discouraged invaders and kept internal peace. That is correct. So another 10 points on the board for South Secondary. And stop the tic-tac-toe there. So let's move on to Naparima girls. Back to Naparima.
Number 9.
Number 9. El Gaba, one of the towns in the capital city of the ancient Ghana Empire, contained a sacred grove of trees. Give 2 ways in which the sacred grove was used.
The sacred grove of trees was used as the tomb of the kings, and it was also used to conduct religious activities.
Yes, she is correct. For religious purposes, and it also held the tombs of their kings. So we move on to back to Naparima. No, back to South. I'm sorry.
Number 5.
Number 5. Philip Emeagwali's record-breaking experiment indicated a practical and inexpensive way to use supercomputers to speak to each other all over the world and inspired the invention of what? Yes, Amanda.
It inspired the reinvention of supercomputers.
Oh no!
This is not just supercomputers, but they're working together as a vast number of processors and communicating as an internet. Okay, so we move on now to Naparima.
Number 5.
Number 5. Name the tool in the picture and say in which African country was it found? And Sarah's hand is already up.
This tool is the Nshangu boon. It was found in the area of Zaire in Shangu, now called Congo, near Lake Edward.
So we just noted at the time that the Shango bone was found, the country was named Zaire, but it's now the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, and that says the very good. All right, so South, you have some catching up to do, but it's all good. Okay, so South, you get an opportunity. If it's your turn, you're going to go first.
Miss number 1.
Number 1. Give the proverbial expression of this Andinka symbol, Sankofa. Yes, Jada.
Miss, the proverbial expression is, it is not a taboo to return to fetch something that you forgot earlier on.
She is correct. It's not a taboo to return to fetch something you forgot earlier on. Sankofa. Okay, so we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 5.
Number 5. Who was the first African-American female doctor to receive a patent for a medical purpose? In which country was her father born?
Dr. Patricia Bart. Her father was born in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, she's correct. Yes, Dr. Patricia Bart, the well-known Patricia Bart, was a child of a Trinidad and Tobago parent. So we move on to back to South.
Miss number 7.
Number 7. Name 3 of the leaders of the Black Power Revolution who were arrested on the night of April 20, 1970. Yes, Delani, you go ahead. Yes,
Miss,
go ahead. You understand the mix-up. Go ahead.
Capra Carbon and Carl Blackwood.
Very good. So it is 3 of Mukandal Daga, Kafra Kambon, Carl Blackwood, of course, the Mutope, George Weeks, and Winston Leonard were also among those who were arrested on that night. So that's another 10 points for South. And we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 4.
Number 4. Give the full name and sobriquet of the Calypsonian who won the National Road March singing Tiny Blow Your Trumpet. Yes, Sarah?
This Calypsonian was the Mighty Terror, also known as Fitzgerald Henry, and he won the Road March for this in 1951.
Fitzgerald Henry was his name, and he was also known as the Mighty Terror. So 10 points for Naparima, and we go back now to South.
Miss number 6.
Number 6. Nina Simone nurtured her talent in 4 genres of music. Name them. Yes, Anil.
Miss, she nurtured a talent in the genres of music of jazz, blues, folk, and classical music, miss.
Right, we move back to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 8.
Number 8. Name the 2 officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment who led some 300 soldiers in a mutiny on April 21st, 1970. Yes, Abia.
Rex LaSala and Rafixa.
It's Rafik Shah and Rex LaSalle. Okay, so we move on now to South Secondary.
Miss number 2.
Number 2. In 1977, Winnie Mandela was detained under the Internal Security Act and banished to Brantford in the Orange Free State. What did she do while she was there and with whom? Yes, Anil.
Miss, she established a critique and a clinic with Dr. Abu Baker Asfat.
Another 10 points.
Number 3.
Number 3. In 1942, Claudia Jones's activism attracted the FBI, which led to what? Yes, Daniela.
Activism attracted the FBI, which led to her surveillance by the U.S. government.
Correct. Surveillance by the U.S. government. And that gives another 10 points in Aparima. And we go back now to South Secondary for the last question on the board.
Number 9.
Number 9. What were the advantages of Garrett Morgan's safety hood when compared to the other devices which existed at the time?
Miss, it helped you not to breathe in smoke, miss?
Oh,
No, it was easier to put on, it was much less complex to use, and it was reliable and effective. So this is the end of the match. There are no questions left in this match. So we go on to match 2, and it is still anybody's game. All it takes is a tic-tac-toe. Still anybody's game. All it takes is a tic-tac-toe to propel you forward. So let's go. X goes first. So Naparima Girls High School, it's your turn to select.
Number 1.
Number 1. The transatlantic slave trade is the largest forced migration in human history. It has no parallel in terms of what? Yes, Janice?
It has no parallel in terms of man's inhumanity to man.
That's correct. And another 10 points for Naparima. And we go back now to South Secondary.
Miss number 7.
Number 7. Anansi is a local word derived from the Tree language. It is the name given to whom? Yes, Jada.
But it is the name given to an ancestral spider deity who obtains knowledge from children.
It's incorrect.
Ancestral god, spider that harbors knowledge in folk tales. So let's go on to the next question.
Number 7.
Number 7. Who was killed by Sengbekir and the Africans when they fought to capture the Amistad? Give his name. Abia.
The captain of the ship, Sengbekir, killed Jose Ferrer.
Yeah, the captain of the Amistad, Jose Ferrer. So we go back now to South Secondary.
Miss number 4.
Number 4. Name the African scientist who is known as the father of the bass pan. In which country was he born?
Miss Neville Jules is known as the father of the bass pan, and he was born in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago.
Very good indeed. Neville Jules, Trinidad, born in Trinidad and Tobago. So we move now back to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 9.
Number 9. As an engineer at NASA, what data did Mary Jackson analyze? Not seeing any hands. Seconds.
She analyzed data on flights and drag forces.
Yes. Data from wind tunnel and real world aircraft flight experiments. Okay. So we go back now to South Secondary. It's your turn.
Miss number 5.
Number 5. Simon Pierre and his fellow Africans used sugarcane knives as weapons to fight for their freedom on the Amistad. Why were there knives on board the Amistad?
Miss,
Yes,
because intended to be used on the sugarcane field.
So they were to be used on the plantations of Ruiz and Montes. So we go back now to Naparima.
Number 9.
Number 9. Talent's Calypso Play 1 was sung in tribute to whom? Yes, Daniela.
To the Pan Pioneer Winston Spree Simon.
Correct. Pan Pioneer Winston Spree Simon. So we move now back to South Secondary.
Miss number 5.
Number 5. Living in the moment means letting go of the past and not waiting for the future. It means living your life consciously, aware that each moment you breathe is a gift. Who made this statement? Yes, Jada.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yes, she is. It's the statement by Oprah Winfrey.
Yahoo!
That's right. So we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 8.
Number 8. How did the Sanhaja people north of Ghana contribute to the decline of the ancient Ghana Empire? Yes, Apia.
Miss, they took part in attacking the Ghana Empire.
So they disrupted their dominance in the Trans-Saharan Treaties. Yes, as a result. But we know back now to South.
Miss number 8.
Name the young African scientist who discovered that he could create an environmentally friendly source of light that would light up his community. In which country was he born? Yes, Amanda.
Miss Evans Wandago, in Kenya, Malawi.
Yes, you see, Kenya and Malawi are 2 different countries. So now Evans Wandongo from Kenya. So we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 8.
Number 8. Give the Babanji word and the local word for the millipede. Yes, Janice.
The Babanji word is Nguguli and the local word is Kunguri.
And Nguguli and Kongori. Those are the 2 words, and she is correct. Okay, and then we have another tic-tac-toe for and match 2. So we are asking you to please, students, speak up. We have a clean board with 5 questions left for the match. Right, so South, you go first.
Miss number 3.
Number 3, Catherine Cleaver was motivated by Stokely Carmichael's doctrine of Black power, which she believed challenged which perception? Yes, Anil.
Challenge the perception that African Americans were not capable of determining their own destiny.
And African Americans were not capable of determining their own destiny. Correct. Another 10 points for South. Please select.
Number 5.
Number 5. In 1969, Dr. Rodney returned to the University of Dar es Salaam and served as a professor in history. What was the title of the book that he wrote while he was there? Yes, Daniela.
How Europe Underdeveloped Africa.
How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. So we move back to ourselves. Yes, number 9. Number 9. The 1970 Black Power movement challenged Africans and Indians to project their forms of cultural expression as equally valid to anyone else's heritage and modern day expressions central to one. Okay, we did not get a response there. And the answer is,
oh no!
The cultural definition and evolution of the nation of Trinidad and Tobago. So we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 6.
Number 6. What does the windmill created by young African scientist William Kamkwamba provide, and for whom?
Provide electricity and for his community.
Yes, it was electricity and water. He did not say water, for his rural community in Malawi. So we go back now to South.
Miss number 6.
Number 6. At the young age of 12 to 13, James Foreman, very heavily influenced by the writings of W.E. Du Bois, and vowed to do what? Yes,
Miss,
yes, Anil.
Missy vowed to work towards the ending of the ill treatment of African Americans.
Yes, he worked towards ending the ill treatment to his people. That's another 10 points for South South. Oh, that brings us to the end of match 2, and that's the end of the game. We end the competition based on the comment given by our judge, Dr. Claudius Fergus. We have changed the final score for South Secondary School to 100, and that of Naparima Girls High School to 230. Well done. So now we invite the captain of each of the teams to give their remarks and comments.
First of all, I would like to start off by congratulating South. You all were a really good team to play. I think you all gave our team the extra push that we needed. So I really appreciate playing with you all. And I actually congratulate you all for reaching this far into the competition. Job well done to you. Job well done to your captain for leading your team, and job well done to all of you. Secondly, I would like to thank my team. We were able to, after we lost that one match, we were able to reset, and we were able to go back into our booklet and really revise. And I would like to thank them for all the work that they would have put in, all the late nights, all the early mornings. I'd really like to thank them for it. And I'd also like to thank my teacher, Ms. Granite Sawyer, for her support in everything. She was always behind us. She was always there to support us. I'd really like to thank her for that.
Thank you very much, Janice. And now we invite Delani, the captain of South Secondary.
Yes, so I like to say it was a pretty fair match, very intense. Was close to the enemy seat most of the time. It was very nerve-wracking.
Yes.
You all played a very congratulations and everything. Surely best of luck in the next match. I'll definitely be there watching that match closely. I'd like to congratulate my team also for their hard work and efforts. Everybody contributed very well and taking their time to learn the manuals and booklets. And I'll also like to thank our teacher, Ms. Hislop, for being there for us, supporting us and encouraging us to keep pushing through. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Delani. So this brings us to the end of our first match for today. And we know for a fact that Naparima Girls High School would be playing in the final match today against the winner of the next game. And we will wait to see what happens with the next game to determine whether South would be a third place winner today. We now go to our next match for today. Welcome to the second game of the final round of the 2021 Virtual National African History Quiz for Secondary Schools, which is brought to you by the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago and through the generosity of the Republic Bank Limited as part of its Power to Make a Difference program. Let's meet the two teams who will be playing our second game today. They are St. Francois Girls College and San Fernando West. I would now invite the captain of each team to introduce herself and the members of her team.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Antonia Mitchell. I am part of the St. Francois team put together. Our team name is the St. Francois Historians, and my team, these are my team members, Patrice Ashby.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Patrice Ashby, and I'm part of St. Francois Historians.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Juliana Matthew, and I'm a part of the St. Francois Girls College Historians.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Narissa Williams, and I am part of the St. Francois Historians.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexia Macmillan, and I am part of the St. Francois Historians.
Okay, so now we ask the captain of San Fernando West to introduce himself and his team.
Good morning, Mr. Kia, judges and competitors. My name is Levan Silvan, and I am the captain of San Fernando West Secondary School. And may I say, it is by God's grace that we are all participating in this quiz. And now my teammates will introduce themselves.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nathan Harry, and it's an honor to be participating in this quiz today.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Angela Jill Carrera, and it is an honor to be participating in this quiz this morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Steven Singh. I'm from San Fernando West Secondary School. It's an honor to be here.
Good day, everybody. My name is Marcia Jairam, and I represent San Fernando West Secondary School. It is a pleasure being here, and I wish everyone good luck.
Thank you to the captains of both schools. So we are about to play our second game today, but before we do so, I remind you that we have with us our judges, Dr. Claudius Fergus, the Director of Education of the Emancipation Support Committee, and we also have Miss Wendy McKenzie, school teacher, history school teacher, I should say, at Queen's Royal College. Let's play tic-tac-toe. So our X team for today is Francois Girls College, and San Fernando West Secondary School will be our O team. The X team gets a chance to choose off of the board first. Right, so we go to St. Francois Girls College, his warriors, and we invite the captain to select the
Number 5, please.
Number 5. Dr. Hadia Nicole Green has developed a laser-activated nanotherapy treatment platform, which has the potential to do what?
To treat numerous tumor types with one simple outpatient procedure.
Yahoo! To treat mutual tumor types with a simple outpatient procedure that has minimal side effects. Okay, so we move on to San Fernando West Secondary School.
One miss.
What led to the Rodney riots in Jamaica in 1968?
Miss Dr. Rodney riots led to loss of lives and millions of dollars worth of damages.
Oh no!
Walter Rodney was banned from entering Jamaica following his return from a Black Writers Conference in Montreal, Canada. So we go back now to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 7, please.
Number 7. The greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. Who made this statement? Yes, Antonia.
That was Muhammad Ali.
Okay, let's see if you're correct.
Oh no!
No, it was not Muhammad Ali. This one was by Bob Marley. Yes. And we now move on to San Fernando West Secondary.
Number 3, miss.
Number 3. Which of the following is not included in the Caribbean Reparations Commission 10-point plan? Yes, Levan.
B, miss.
Yahoo! Yes, it is. So 10 points for San Fernando West. So we move back now to St. Francois Girls College. Please select captain.
Number 1, please.
Number 1. Why did Winnie Mandela send her daughters to boarding school in Swaziland?
Miss, she sent her daughters to a boarding school in Swaziland so they could continue their education and escape harassment.
Correct.
Yahoo! Yes, so that they could continue their education and escape harassment. So we move back on to San Fernando West. It's your turn now.
9, please, miss.
Number 9. This is an aerial view of which lake in Africa, and name the river which originates here.
Miss, that is an aerial view of Lake Victoria, and the lake that originates from there, miss, is the White Nile, which can place.
Oh, yes, it is Lake Victoria, and the name of the river is the White Nile. Right? We might move back now to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 6, please.
Number 6. Name the structure in this picture. All right, so we don't have an answer from St. Francois Girls College. Let's see the answer.
Oh no!
So the answer is the archaeological remains from the ancient empire of Ghana. Okay, so we move back now to San Fernando West Secondary School.
6, miss.
Number 6. Name the African scientist who has been hailed as one of the fathers of the internet. In which country was he born?
Philip
Yes,
Emeagwali.
Mauricio.
Philip Emeagwali, and he was born in Akure, Nigeria.
Okay, let's see if she's correct. Yes, it is Dr. Philip Emeagwali, and he was born in Nigeria. Oh, and I think we have the first tic-tac-toe on the board, and that tic-tac-toe goes to San Fernando West Secondary School. As we have to start a new round, San Fernando West, you need to select.
5, miss.
Number 5. Name the 2 songs which Nina Simone wrote following the death of Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh no!
Okay, so we move back now to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 5, please.
Number 5. Who was responsible for the establishment of the American Missionary Association during the trial of Saint-Berthier and the other Africans?
Miss, that would be Louis Tapan and the other abolitionists.
Okay, Louis Tapan and the other abolitionists. Correct, Louis Tapan and the other abolitionists. Another 10 points for St. Francois as we go back to San Fernando West Secondary School.
7, miss.
Number 7. Dr. Patricia Bath is in possession of 4 patents, 3 related to the laser factor probe. For what was she granted her 4th patent in 2000?
For the ultrasound technology in laser factor probe.
Oh
No,
no!
that's not correct. A 4th patent was a method she devised for using ultrasound technology to treat cataracts. Okay, so we move on to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 7, please.
Number 7. Besides the declaration of a state of emergency, what were 2 other ways in which the government of Trinidad and Tobago responded to the 56 days of protest of the 1970 Black Power Revolution?
Miss, that would be the arrest of the leaders of the revolution and also the banning of the books that were considered revolutionary and seditious. Revolutionary and seditious.
That's right. So they passed the sedition bill, they banned the books and books considered revolutionary and seditious, and they arrested leaders of the revolution. So we move back now to San Fernando West.
3, miss.
Number 3. The Black Power movement challenged Africans and Indians in Trinidad and Tobago to liberate themselves psychologically by replacing feelings of inferiority with pride and self-confidence. Which go from what?
Miss, that fruit from African and Indian forms of heritage.
Oh
No,
no!
that self-confidence which can flow from self-knowledge and an understanding of history. We go back now to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 3,
Number
please.
3. Name the African scientist whose invention was used by the United States Army during World War I to save lives of thousands of soldiers exposed to poisonous gases. What was the device called at that time?
The inventor was Garrett Morgan, and it was called the safety hood.
The point when he did this particular act, it was called the gas mask. So we move on now to San Fernando West Secondary.
3, miss.
Number 3. One of the symbolic meanings of this Adinka symbol is parenthood. What is its proverbial expression? Yes, Levan?
Miss, the proverbial expression is the hen may tread upon its chicks, but it does not intend to kill them.
The hen treads upon its chicks, but it does not intend to kill them. Okay, so that's another 10 points to San Fernando West. And we now go back to St. Francis Girls College.
Number 9, please.
Number 9. In 1958, Claudia Jones founded the black newspaper, the West Indian Gazette, which highlighted the need for what?
It highlighted the need for an independent and united West Indies, justice for Blacks, and world peace.
Independent and united West Indies, justice for Blacks, and world peace. And that's another 10 points for St. Francois. There are no questions left in this match. As we go forward, it's anybody's game. So,
Excuse me.
right, so we're now going on to match 2. Round 1, X goes first. This is round 1, sorry, of match 2. So we have St. Francois Girls College going with number 5. Number 5. The mighty Duke was also able to effectively present serious messages through his songs and thus had a unique ability to evoke what from his audience?
Both laughter and tears.
See if she's correct. Ability to evoke both laughter and tears from his audience. So we go back now to San Fernando West Secondary.
9, miss.
Number 9. How did the members of Trinidad All-Stars under the captaincy of Neville Jews practice what they called the bum tune?
They would come after 11 o'clock and practice after 1.5 hours, and they would use their fingers instead of the pan stick.
Correct. The players would return to the panyard after regular band practice and use their fingers instead of the pan stick. So we now go back to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 7, please.
Number 7. What happened to the Amistad after Judge Johnson ruled that Sengme Pierre and the captured Africans should go free?
It was returned to their owners and towed into Connecticut.
The Amistad was given to the owner of the vessels that towed her into the Connecticut, and Ruiz and Montes got nothing. Let's move on.
6, miss.
Number 6. Besides salt and gold, items of trade within the ancient Ghana Empire included sheep, cattle, honey, and objects of local manufacture, one of which was cotton cloth. Name 2 others.
This was one of them, sandals and jewelry.
Metal artifacts and high-grade leather goods and jewelry, which is not included here. Next question.
Number 3, please.
Number 3. Name the calypso played by Renegades when the Steel Orchestra won the National Panorama Competition in 2019. Name the composer.
Devon Stewart. No, the composer is Darrell Henry, which is Famanapi. The calypso, it was Hooking Me.
Right, the calypso was Hooking Me, and it was composed by Darrell Henry, Famanapi. So that's another 10 points for St. Francois as we go forward to San Fernando West Secondary School.
7, miss.
7. In 1982, Stalin and 2 other Calypsonians opened the IRE Kaiso movement at the Communication Workers Union Hall. Name the 2 other Calypsonians.
The other 2 Calypsonians are Superior and Brother Valentino.
Okay, let's see if he's correct. Brother Valentino and Lord Superior. Correct. So another 10 points to San Fernando West as we move now to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 8, please.
Number 8. Name the African scientist who was the first Black female engineer at the U.S. National at NASA. In which country was she born?
The name of the scientist was Mary Jackson, and she was born in Hampton, Virginia.
So in which country? Which country?
In Hampton, Virginia.
Right, so she was born in the USA. No. Hampton and Virginia is in the United States of America. Okay, so let's move back now to San Fernando West Secondary.
8, miss.
Number 8. Name the calypso sung by the mighty Spitfire when he won the National Road March in 1952.
The song was Pose and a Letter for Velma.
For who?
Zelma. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Thelma.
Thelma. Of course, you can pronounce Thelma. Post another letter for Thelma. Yes, that's correct. Oh, another 10 points for San Fernando West, and they get another tic-tac-toe. So, yeah, so all continues first and is indicated by the game. So San Fernando West, it's your turn to select.
5, miss.
Number 5. For which of the following African languages does the word popo originate?
Miss
Yes,
Mandy.
yes, he is. So we have another 10 points for San Fernando West as we move back to St. Francis Girls College.
Number 7, please.
Number 7. Kathleen Cleaver's advocacy for political prisoners has included campaigns for the freedom of death row inmate Mumia Abu Jamal. Who was he? Why was he in prison?
He was a member of the Black Panther Party and he was in prison for the alleged killing of a police officer.
Yes, indeed. He was a former Black Panther who was accused of killing a police officer. So we move on back to San Fernando West.
3, miss.
Number 3, NCHAC's call for economic independence led the government to adopt a nationalization agenda, which resulted in the establishment of what in southern Trinidad? Okay, I have no response.
Oh no!
The Point Lisa's Industrial Estate. So we are moving on back to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 1, please.
Number 1, the cardio plant created by the young African scientist Arthur Zhang enables health workers in Cameroon to do what? In Cameroon to do what?
To calculate the patient's ECG.
Oh no!
So it is be able to perform these tests at far away remote areas. So we move back on to San Fernando West.
4, miss.
Number 4, name the young African scientist who built his own generator and radio transmitter from which he plays music and broadcasts news under the name DJ Focus. In which country was he born?
Kelvin Doe was the young African scientist, and he was born in Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Yes, she is. Kelvin Doe, Sierra Leone. So we move on back to St. Francois Girls College.
Number 6, please.
Number 6. Why did Sengbeke attain mythical status?
Miss,
Yes, go ahead.
he attained mythical status because his actions were seen as ingenious and brave.
Yeah. Because his actions were seen as ingenious, because of course we also have ingenious spelled with a U, seen as ingenious and brave. Okay, so we move on to the next
9, miss.
Number 9. What is the title of the book written by James Forman and first published in 1972?
The Making of Black Revolutionaries.
Okay, let's see if he's correct. The Making of Black Revolutionaries is correct. Another 10 points for San Fernando West. And we move back to
Number 1, please.
Number 1 for St. Francois Girls College. Shango is a Yuba word still used in Trinidad and Tobago. It is a name given to who?
It is a name given to the name of a god of thunder and lightning.
Yes, she is. Another 10 points for St. Francois Girls College. Oh, there are no questions left, and our match 2 has ended. All right, so we want to congratulate San Fernando West Secondary School and St. Francois Girls College for an excellent performance. So we now invite the captains of both teams to give remarks at this point. Levan?
Miss, I'd have to say that the other team played well, as well as my team. To tell you the truth, miss, my heart was beating out of my chest, miss. But all in all, it was a wonderful game, and I'm happy to have participated in this wonderful event.
All right, so we want to invite Antonia Yes.
Afternoon, everyone. It was actually a really nice game. Although we did not come out victorious in this game, it was really nice, and I find it was very competitive.
Yes,
We both played well. I would like to congratulate our my team as I would like to congratulate my team, and I would like to congratulate the winning team as well. Good luck in the finals. In the finals.
In the final round, we want to congratulate San Fernando West for their victory, and we invite you to stay tuned as we play the final match for today to determine who would be the winner and who will take home the Olabisi Kuboni Challenge Trophy for this year. So, welcome to the final game of the final round of the 2021 Virtual National African History Quiz for secondary schools in Trinidad and Tobago. As we have been told, this is brought to you by the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago and through the generosity of the Republic Bank Limited as part of its Power to Make a Difference program. So our two finalists today are Naparima Girls High School and San Fernando West Secondary School. And they will be playing for the Olabisi Kuboni Trophy. So challenge trophies. Let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Olabisi Kuboni. She was a leading activist in the Black Power Revolution of Trinidad and Tobago. She began her career as an educator at the secondary school level. She also served as the educational technologist at the School of Education and as a senior lecturer at the University of the West Indies. Dr. Kuboni was also head of the Open Campus Graduate Programs Department, and she is recognized as an honorary fellow of the Commonwealth of Learning for her contribution to the advancement of open and distance learning in the Caribbean. So an educator at heart, and therefore, a trophy that you should be proud to have that is given in her name and that is contributed by her. But you have met our two teams already. And we have our judges that are still with us. So we're going straight into game because we want to know who is going to win this game today. Who is winning this trophy? Who is going to be our 2021 champions? So let's play tic-tac-toe. The team that would have got the most points in the last game would be the X team for this game. And that will be Naparima Girls High School. And therefore the X team for today is Naparima Girls High School and the O team is San Fernando West. So our X team for today, Naparima Girls High School, and our O team is San Fernando West Secondary. Okay, so we are going to ask Naparima, captain of Naparima, to select her number.
Number 1.
Number 1. By 1979, Dr. Rodney emerged as a leading figure in the revolutionary movement in Guyana, seeking to address what?
Seeking to address the growing authoritarian movement of the PNC, People's National Congress.
Yes, you're going to enjoy to address the national growing authoritarian approach of the ruling People National Congress. So that's 10 points for Naparima, and we go quickly over to San Fernando West Secondary.
5, miss.
Number 5. Which of the following arrangers won the most national panorama competitions during the period 2010 to 2020? How many times did he win?
Leon Spood at once, miss. 4 times.
Times did he win? Second part of the question.
4 times, miss.
Yahoo! Correct. Leon Smoot Edwards 4 times. So we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 9.
Number 9. Dr. Hadia Nicole Green's treatment of cancer involves injecting a nano solution into a cancer tumor and then shining a laser light on the tumor. How does this cure the cancer?
This cures the cancer because when you shine the laser light on the nano solution, the nanoparticles is in a nano solution, and when you shine the laser light the nano solution becomes heating, resulting in thermal death of the cancer cells.
Correct.
Absorbs the laser light and become heated, resulting in the thermal death of the cancer cells. So we go over now to San Fernando West Secondary.
6, miss.
Number 6. The silent trade was carried out without the traders and their brokers ever seeing one another. What made this kind of trade possible?
Miss, the thing that made that kind of trade possible, miss, was the honesty, integrity, and trust between the broker and
the
buyer.
The honesty, the trust and honesty and integrity of the persons involved in the trades, the brokers, the buyers. It doesn't say seller, but I suppose it's the, it is understood. So we move right back to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 4.
Number 4. Name the person depicted in this picture and tell us who he was.
He is Sundiata Keita. He raised as a dynamic ruler of the Mali Empire, which took over the ancient empire of Ghana.
Yes, she gave us a lot more. Yes, Mrs. Sundiata Keita, the dynamic ruler of the Malinke. Very good. We move on to neck and neck. We're going here to San Fernando West.
7, please.
Number 7. Name the structure in the picture and tell us where it is located. Yes, Divan.
Miss, the structure in the picture is the House of Redeemer, and it is located in Ethiopia.
I didn't get that. Could you repeat?
Structure is in Ethiopia.
Okay. Can we proceed? Okay, so the name of it is located in Ethiopia, but the name of the church is St. George's, and of course it has Ethiopian name. But if you had said St. George's, that this one is not the House of the Redeemer. Yes, can we go back now to Naparima Girls High School?
Number 7.
Number 7. Cephas Alexander was also known as, push up the following.
D, the mighty killer.
D, the mighty killer. Yahoo! Yes, she is the mighty killer. So that's another 10 points for Naparima Girls, and we go back now to San Fernando West. Oh, wow, that's an early tic-tac-toe. Yes, indeed. So, but it's very early in the game. Time for many more tic-tac-toes from either side. But we are going to clear the ball as we continue. Clean sheet. San Fernando West, it's your turn.
5, miss.
Number 5. Why did Winnie Mandela spend most of her married life separated from her husband, Nelson Mandela?
It's to escape harassment.
Yes, Nathan?
To escape
Nathan,
harassment.
Okay, he said to escape harassment.
Oh, no.
No. She was separated from him because he was detained and imprisoned most of the time during their married life. And eventually he spent 26, I think it is said it's 27 years of his life on Robben Island. Okay, so let's go back now to Naparima Girls.
Number 3.
Number 3. One of the advantages of Dr. Patricia Bass' laser phaco probe is that it can be used for primary or initial cataract surgery. What are the other 2? Okay, we didn't get anyone offering to respond to that question. Let's see the answer.
Oh, no.
It increases the accuracy of the procedure as well as reduces the discomfort of the patient. Okay, so we go back now to San Fernando West, and it is your turn to select Livan.
7, miss.
Number 7. The National Joint Action Committee was formed on the vestiges of colonialism and the pervasive racist policies which maintained which status quo?
It maintained the status quo of the inequality that was going on in the society for many non-whites.
Yahoo! Right, so the inequity, color, and class discrimination and suffering of the masses, the Africans and Indians within the society. Can we move back to Naparima Girls?
Number 5.
Number 5. Give the proverbial expression of this Adinkra symbol.
Miss, when
Yes, Sarah?
when the king has good counselors, he will have a peaceful reign.
Yes, when the king has good counselors, he then he will have a peaceful reign. Okay, let's go now back to San Fernando West.
3, miss.
Number 3. Nina Simone's song, Mississippi Goddamn, was her response to what?
Oh no!
The murder of Medgar Evers and the bombing of a church in Birmingham, Alabama. And the bombing resulted in the death of 4 young African American girls. So we go back now to Naparima girls.
Number 1.
Number 1. At all the mass demonstrations of 1970 were led by a banner proclaiming Indians and Africans unite now, indicating the movement's commitment to what?
The unity mess that they were all one.
Oh no!
It was not as simple. It was to heal existing tensions and bring harmony between the numerically dominant groups in the society. So we want to go back now to San Fernando West.
3, miss.
Number 3. By 2001, Philip Emeagwali had begun to focus his research on the construction of a worldwide brain, a global or digital super brain, which is an international network of what? I'll give you back the extra time.
Oh no!
Yes, he wanted that worldwide brain to be a network of powerful computers, uniformly and intelligently connected, that could take the internet to the next level. So we now go back to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 9.
Number 9. In 1964, Claudia Jones began working with the African National Congress to organize what?
To organize hunger strikes against apartheid and for the freedom of Nelson Mandela.
Okay, let's see if she's correct.
Yahoo!
Yes, she is. Hunger strikes against apartheid and for the freedom of Nelson Mandela. And that's another 10 points for Naparima as we go back to San Fernando West.
1, miss.
Number 1. The Morgan traffic signal was a T-shaped pole unit that featured 3 positions instead of the 2 stop and go. Why was this an important innovation?
To how the pediatricians purposely save the rural area or something.
Oh no!
So Marissa, I think you had some vague sense of what it should be and you tried, but it is really the 3rd position, halted traffic in all directions that allowed pedestrians to cross. Okay, so that brings the first match to an end, and we end with 110 to Naparima and 30 to San Fernando West. But it's anybody's game. We still have a whole new game to play, and therefore we will start afresh and let's see what happens. It's anybody's game, so everybody keep playing to the best of your ability.
Number 9.
Number 9. The African population in the Caribbean has the highest incidence in the world of chronic diseases in the forms of hypertension and type 2 diabetes. This is a direct result of which factors associated with enslavement?
This is
yes,
a direct result of the nutritional experience, physical and emotional brutality, and the overall stress of the profiles associated with slavery and colonization.
Yahoo!
Thank you. She remembered it. She understood it very well. The nutritional experience, physical and emotional brutality, and overall stress. So we move on to San Fernando West Secondary School. Your turn. Number 1. How did the mighty Duke present social commentary? How did he present it?
Oh no!
Well-constructed lyrics in a unique and humorous style, and he had an interesting use of the double entendre. So we go back to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 3.
Number 3. Why did the captain of the Amistad try to evade the British on the journey from Havana to Puerto Principe?
The captain of the Amistad tried to evade the British because the British were known to arbitrarily seize vessels and whatever cargo was on board.
Yahoo! They were known to arbitrarily seize vessels in Caribbean waters and whatever valuable cargo they found on board. So, 10 points for Naparima as we go back to San Fernando West.
6, miss.
Yes, number 6. Name the 3 instruments created by Neville Jews which are used in steel orchestras today.
The quattro pan and the also known as the gator pan, the grande pan, and the trombone and the cello.
Oh no!
You have to give us the names of the pans. So it's the bass, the cello, and the guitar. All right, so let's move on again to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 6.
Number 6. Mary Jackson worked as an engineer in several NASA divisions, including the Compressibility Research Division. Name 2 other divisions in which she worked.
The Full-Scale Research Division and the High-Speed Aerodynamics Division.
Yahoo! Wow, Full-Scale Research Division and the High-Speed Aerodynamics Division. That is correct. Oh, and what do we have? Another tic-tac-toe for Naparima Girls High School. Congratulate them on their second tic-tac-toe as we clear the board to continue.
5, miss.
Right, so San Fernando West gets to continue. Number 5. What did the American Missionary Association do to assist Senghor Pierre and his fellow Africans following the conclusion of their trial, which set them free?
By they helped him by helping him conduct a lecture tour so they can raise funds against him and his comrades home.
Sounds correct. Yeah, they took the responsibility to help them to secure the passage for their return home. So that was a good response for San Fernando. And we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 7.
Number 7. Talents Calypso Bonham was a critique of whom?
It was a critique of Christopher Columbus, Cecil Rhodes, Margaret Thatcher, and Ronald Reagan, whom he perceived were oppressors to the African people.
Yahoo! Indeed, as she has everybody, Christopher Columbus, Cecil Rhodes, Margaret Thatcher, and Ronald Reagan, all of whom he perceived as persons who were oppressors of African people. So we go back now to San Fernando West.
4, miss.
Number 4. Complete the following statement by Emperor Haile Selassie. An awareness of our past is essential to the establishment of...
An awareness of our past is essential to the establishment of our personality and our identity as Africans.
Yahoo! And I hope we remember these profound statements, you know, that was San Fernando West, and we move back now to Naparima Girls High
Number
School.
6.
Number 6. How did the changing climate negatively affect the ancient Ghana Empire?
The changing climate resulted in drought, which affected the soil as it was no longer able to sustain agriculture and sustain the cattle.
Yes, they were no longer, it gave rise to drought. So we see we had changes in climate for many, many years, even in those times, you know, and it did have a negative effect on the empire to sustain its agriculture and its animals. So we move back now to San Fernando West.
9, please.
Number 9. Describe the repurposed school bags created by the young African scientist Sato Gatalbanye.
The school bags were made with built-in solar technology that charged up during the day and transformed into a light at night so that the children may sleep up to 12 hours.
That's right. They were made with built-in solar technology which charged up during the day by the solar energy, and therefore it would enable children to be able to use it at night for up to 12 hours. Thank you, San Fernando West, and we go now to Naparima.
Number 1.
Number 1. In 1994, Kathleen Cleaver took time off to work full-time on her book, which was published in 2001. What is the title of the book?
Liberation, Imagination, and the Black Panther Party, and you look at the Black Panthers and their legacy.
Liberation, Imagination, and the Black Panther Party, a new look at the Black Panthers and their legacy. And we now go back to San Fernando West.
2, Miss.
What is the local and African meaning of the Wolof word woi? Go ahead.
An expression of sympathy or self-pity, and the African.
No, that's all we want. What is the meaning?
Sorry.
Yes, an expression of sympathy or self-pity. Woi is me. Yes. So that's another 10 points for San Fernando West. And we go back now to Naparima Girls High School.
Number 8.
Number 8. What is the meaning of the word dingole? What is the African word from which it originates?
The word dingole means agitate the waist in dancing, and the word that it originates from is diangula.
Agitate the waist while dancing, and the African word is dienguela, from which it was originated. So we go back now to San Fernando West. The board is almost number 3. You have no choice. What was the strategy of the abolitionists who were working to defend Sengmet PA and the other African captives?
Yes, the strategy was
Yes, Stephen.
Yes,
Yes,
the
Stephen.
strategy was to prove that the PA and the other African captives were not property and not owned by the Spanish.
Yes, the strategy was to prove that they were not the property of the Spanish, and they had claimed the right to their freedom. And therefore, we now move back now to, we have a complete board. We call this a cat's game. We will continue with whatever are the remaining questions. Yeah, so we have 2 more questions remaining, but we will go through them. So, Naparima.
Number 1.
Number 1, this creation of the first African-made mobile phone, Ilikia, Veron Manku from the Republic of Congo has been able to provide what?
Has been able to provide smart devices for the Republic of Congo and internet.
Okay, so thank you very much. And this means, is it San Fernando Western now for the last question?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so Levan, you get the last question for today. What is your number, your favorite?
Yes, Miss. 5.
Number 5, yes. Okay. James Foreman's Black Manifesto was adopted at the Black Economic Development Congress in Detroit, Michigan on August 26, 1969. What argument did he put forward in this manifesto? Okay, note takers. So let's see the answer.
Oh no!
Yes, he said that the church and synagogues were complicit in the injustice and atrocities perpetrated against Africans in the USA, and demanded $500 million from the religious bodies as reparations. Well done again to Naparima Girls High School. We have to congratulate you on playing an amazing game. Thank you again, San Fernando West. We now invite the captains of both teams to make their remarks.
Okay, first of all, I would like to start by saying congratulations to San Fernando West. I think that you all did amazing. I mean, my team and I, we were slightly nervous to play you all because we know of the high standards you all set in this competition. So I'd really like to congratulate you all for making it this far. And it's not that you all lost, you all came second, which is amazing. So congrats to you all. For my team, I'd really like to say congrats to us too, because we had a major setback and we were able to come stronger and we were able to work closer and connected to be able to win today. So I'd really like to thank them. I'd also like to thank our teacher, Miss Sawyer, who was behind us. She never had a doubt with us. She never worried about us. She always knew she had the confidence that she probably had the confidence that we didn't have in ourselves. And I'd really like to thank her for that. And I'd also like to thank all our supporters. And most of all, God for letting us make it this true, because if it wasn't for him, we would not be here today.
Thank you, Janice. And we now invite the captain of San Fernando West, Levan.
Miss, I would like to say that it was real fun, Miss. Especially the cat game, Miss. That part was real exciting.
Yes, yes. Yes, exactly. You had a game where nobody, you all were able to stop each other from getting tic-tac-toe. That was great. Yes,
And the
yes,
other team, Miss, they played well as well as my team. I think we did excellent.
yes. And we thank you very much, Levan. So at this point, we now have to declare Naparima Girls High School the 2021 champions of the National African History Quiz. The winning school receives the Ola BC Koboni Challenge Trophy, and the winning school also receives the Tracy Wilson Memorial Award of Excellence. Tracy Wilson was a director of education and research of the Emancipation Support Committee. So in the past, he played the role that is now being played by Dr. Claudius Fergus. So and he was very much invested in young people, very much invested in their progress, and we could find and this is a fitting way to remember him and to continue to, even though he's no longer with us, to allow him to continue to make this contribution. Remember, every single person that participated in the competition this year will receive a gift package. So thank you all very, very much. And we would be in touch with you all with respect to the prize giving ceremony, and of course the collection of the prizes of all the other children who participated in the competition.